Okay, good afternoon to all of you. So, all of you first open your software of Python programming. First open your software of Python, and then we are going to start the class. Okay, fine. So I think all of you have opened the software, and we are just going to wait for 1 or 2 minutes so that all can join, and then we are going to start our class. Okay. By that time, what we are going to do today in our classes, practical classes actually, that um, the first program, a basic program we are going to start with, that is a pyramid pattern in Python programming. A pyramid pattern in Python program. We have done a lot of, first of all, I am audible to all of you. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we have done a lot of this pattern or pyramid pattern, whatever we can say, that this type of pyramid pattern programming in a C programming, also in some of Java programming. Okay, so now it's time for Python. As we are trying to learn Python, we are going to do some new programs in Python in a later period of time. So first we need to learn the basics, and we have covered a lot of basics program in our last few of practical classes, right? So now we are going to start again today with a very basic pattern programming, pyramid pattern programming. The pattern, I am going to show you that what is the pattern you people need to draw, or you people need to code, actually, not to draw. I have some the thing that you people need to code for the particular pattern is that, just wait a minute, I am going to show you. Okay, I hope you people can see that what is the pattern you people need to code, right? You people can see that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So just, it is a very easy program, very basic program, and I think it won't take much time to solve it out. Okay, so let's quickly start the program and show me that what will be the output or what will be the thing actually. Okay, so I am going to check all the codes one by one. There are 7 students, so it will not a problem to check all the codes. So just start with the code and raise your hand when you are done with the code. Okay, so I can know that yes, you have finished your program, and so I can check. So 10 minutes window will be okay to solve this particular problem. Okay, so start and do it, and do raise your hand when you have finished your program.
So you have shown the start. What do you have to do with that? Like we have to code a program for that or something else?
You have to do a Python programming code in the software, whatever you are using, ideally Spider, whatever the platform will be. You need to code for that particular pattern program.
Okay.
Okay, I am just showing the pattern that you people need to draw so that it can be better for you. Okay, so I think you can see the pattern in the screen, and it will be helpful for you people. when you are finished with the code, don't forget to raise your hand so that I can understand that you are done with the code. Okay. So otherwise, I am not going to check. Okay. So when you are done, just raise your hand and I'm going to start to check the codes. And I hope all of you have the software now in the laptop or desktop, whatever it is. Okay. So I am going to check. Okay. Because the practical classes are going for a long time. So if anyone don't have any laptop or desktop, he or she should take the photo of the code, whatever you are writing in your copy. You all know the rules and the process, what we have done previously in our practical classes. That same things will goes on. You people need to take the snapshot or picture of the code, whatever you are writing in your copy, and send me so that I can check. Okay.
So can I ask a question?
So yeah, friend, what you are saying?
Say nothing, nothing.
So 2% have already raised their hand. Okay, okay, Nishu and Dolly, just wait for Nishu, Dolly, and Pallavi. Just wait for some time so that all can do the course, and then we are going to start the checking process. Okay, just one or maximum 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, because it is very easy. So my question is to Shubham, Aniket, Shivam Sinha. Shivam Sinha is connecting with two phones or laptop, whatever I don't know. There are two Shivam Sinha I am getting, and Sudhir Bhagat. So you people have laptop or desktop, or you people are writing in the copy. Shubham, Aniket, Shibham, and Sudhir. Shubham Kumar Sharma, Aniket, Shivam, and Sudhir.
Yes, sir.
So you are doing in copy or laptop or desktop, what? Okay. So when you are done with the code, raise your hand. And what about Aniket? Why there is no response from your side? Aniket Nishad. Aniket, if you are not responding or any type of no response is not coming from your side, then I am going to move you from the class because there is no meaning of joining here and just be a join a participant. Okay. So if you are not present at all on the other side, then I am going to move you or remove you from the class. So Aniket, if you are there, so response. Otherwise, I am going to remove you from the class. Same is for Shubham and Sudhir. So not Shubham, Shivam and Sudhir. Shivam, Sina and Sudhir Bhagat. If you are there, then response by unmuting your mic.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are doing in laptop or copy?
Sir, I'm doing in laptop,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I've just joined through laptop, sir. I will show you.
Okay. And Sudhir, what about you? Laptop or copy?
Sir, you have a copy.
Okay. So do the code and send me the picture of the code. And Aniket, as you are not responding, I am going to remove you from the class. Okay. And whatever the reason you are, when you are joining from the next classes, I am not going to let you enter in the class because no response from your side. So I don't need anyone like this who is not responding actually? Okay, fine. So let us start to check one by one. First of all, Nishu. Nishu, okay, just wait a minute. I am going to give you the permission of screen sharing. Okay, Nishu, just show me your code.
Yes, sir.
Okay, n equal to 6 for I in range 1 to n. Okay. Fine. Okay. Okay, run the code. Okay, okay. Okay, fine, Nishu. Thank you for showing the code. Now, you can stop your share screen. Okay, next to Dolly. Okay, fine. Okay, enter the number of rows 5. Okay, okay, fine, Dolly. Thank you. Next to Pallavi. Okay, fine, Pallavi. Thank you. Next to Afrin. Afrin, are you there? Okay, Afrin. I'm not getting any audio from your side.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible. Show me the code and output. Okay, 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 fine. Thank you. Now moving to Shivam Sinha. Okay, run the code again, Shivam. Shivam, you don't have any type of software installed in your laptop or desktop? Shivam, you are
Yes,
doing
sir.
you are doing the code in some online platform of program is okay.
Sir, I always prefer sir online platform, sir, but I have Python shell with me.
So do the course in IDLE, okay? Don't go for
Okay, sir. I will.
online cell, okay? From
Okay.
whatever you are going to show me, do it on IDLE. I am going to check in IDLE.
Okay, sir. Next time
Okay,
I will show you.
okay, okay, fine. Okay, you can stop your share screen. Just click on stop. Okay, fine. Okay, so I can check. I think all of you have done the code. And Shubham, what about you? If there is any problem, you can tell me. So you didn't send me the code. Send me your code in my WhatsApp. Okay, you are showing here. Yeah, not now. I think some network issue. It will be soon visible soon.
Is it this one, sir?
No, Shubham, it is not visible yet.
Let me try.
Just stop the share screen and share it again. I think it will work. Okay, good. It is visible now. Okay.
Now it's visible, sir.
Just wait for some time. I think it will visible. There is some network bandwidth is very low from your end. So it will be okay. Fine. Now it is okay.
Yes, sir. Uh, so here simply I am taking the flow is just 5 and taking the loop 0 to 5 and I'm just incrementing the value of I is from 0 to I plus 1. So it is giving me this.
Okay. Fine. Okay, Shubham. Thank you. Okay. So I can see that everyone have done the code. So it is a very easy one actually. So I don't need to show it again to you people because all of you have done the code. Those who have taken the value of rows as 5 means you have defined the rows. Okay. That is okay. That is not an issue, but try to take the value from the user. Try to take the number of rows from the user side. Okay. Just take a value of input and rows equal to input. Just we are taking the value from the user. Just put a line at the beginning for the rows values. Don't give your values there. So it will be very easy and very good actually. So now as we have started with a very easy one programming, now let us move to our next program that I think, wait a minute, what it can be. What it can be. Okay, before moving to our next program, let me tell you some concept about the thing actually. Okay, so my next program as related to your curriculum of JOT, that is the dictionary program. So there are some dictionary program is given here. So first let me tell you that what is the dictionary program and what how the thing is actually work. So basics and all the things. Okay, so the thing is that Python, in Python, while we are working on Python, we can easily do the programs. And Python have some dictionaries, Python have some keywords, all the thing is inbuilt in Python. Okay, so that's why it is very easy to do or work in Python programming platform. Okay, so now this Python dictionary, so we are going to work on the dictionary actually. So this Python dictionary actually, what it is that in Python, this dictionary is some unordered collection of items. In very basics, we can say that it is similar to the array concept of C. It is similar to the array concept of C. Means what we are doing in array in C, that we are giving some value or we are giving some name of the array, and then we are putting some values inside the arrays. Okay. So in Python, we can say that there is a list concept also of for alternate of array. Also in similar to that, there is some dictionary concept also, that this dictionary is an unordered collection of items. So it is much unordered. In array in C, what we can say that only a similar data type we can store, right? But here in dictionary of Python dictionary, we have some key value pair concept. We have some key and value pair concept, that is an unordered collection of items. So let me give you an example. Let me show you a simple example for that. Just wait a minute. I'm going to share my screen to you all. Just wait a minute. Okay. Okay. So I think my spider screen is visible to all of you. So look, this is how a dictionary in Python is actually work. This is how the Python dictionary is actually working. Here in the first one, how to create a dictionary. How to create a dictionary. So how, if we are creating an empty dictionary, if you are creating an empty dictionary, so just the name of the dictionary that I have given as mydict. Mydict is the name of the dictionary, and inside that the brackets and the values will be put. So as this is an empty dictionary, the dictionary is empty. So as there is no values is present. So as it is an empty dictionary, so there are no values is present actually. Now, when there is some values, then when we are actually giving some values, then key value actually. So here we can see some values and respective to some keys are actually given. So 1 apple, 2 ball. So these are my key. So 1 is the key and 2 is the and apple is the value. So when the dictionary has some values in it, when the dictionary has some value in it, so we can mention it like that 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is the key, and the value of the keys are apple and ball, we can say. Similarly with the dictionary with the mixed keys, name, John, and then the respective values are given using dictionaries 1 apple 2 ball. So this is how we can create this dictionary. This is how we can create this dictionary. So how to create an empty dictionary, we can see here an empty dictionary is created. Dictionary with some integers key have been created here. Okay, now if we are going to check the output of the screen, or if we are going to check some values, so suppose here a value is given. So mydict, it is my dictionary name, and some keys and age have been given. So name and age is my key, and the value against name is Jack, and the value against age is 26. So name and age is my key, and Jack and 26 is the value, right? So now when we are going to check the output, if I am going to check the output for this particular command, that is print mydict name, so we can see here, wait a minute. So here we can see that if I'm running the particular cell print mydict name, so in the line number 17, we have the dictionary, we have created that mydict, and the keys are name and age, and the value against name is Jack, and the value against age is 26, right? So now when print mydict name, we are actually saying, and if I'm running that particular cell, we can see the output of the name value. We can see the value against the name, against the key. What is the key? That is name. So the value against the key is that name, is we are going to get here that Jack. So print mydict name, this particular value is giving us output of Jack. So we can see here the value for name is Jack. So similarly, if we are going to run the particular cell of mydict age, similarly, if we are going to run this particular cell, we are getting the output of 26. That is the value of age. That is the value of age. So how to create a dictionary, how to put the key and value concept. So here we can see how to put the value and key and value concept. So 1, 2, 1, comma, so this particular colon and the value. So if it is a name, if it is string, then we know how to write the name. And if it is just a normal value, then that's the putting the values there. So this is how we can create the dictionary. We can create a dictionary of Python dictionary, we can say, and we can get the output. Now, the same thing is that first we need to mention the keys. And then with respect to that keys, we need to mention the values. So keys and values is important thing here in the case of Python dictionary. Now, when we are trying to access some keys that is not present in our dictionary, we are not going to get any output, right? Am I clear? I am repeating again that if we are going to access any key that is not present in the dictionary, then we are not going to get any type of output. So here we can see it is my dictionary, the name of this mydict. So here mydict is the value. It is saying that name and age, these two particular keys are present in my dictionary, that is mydict. Now when we are trying to access the address, print mydict get address. So when we are trying to access this particular address keys from the mydict dictionary, we are not going to get any type of output. Why? Because no keys are present. No keys is actually present inside that my dictionary, right? So if I am running this particular cell, what will be the output? None. So because no values is there, so we are getting an output like none, as there is no values is there, right? We are getting means no values as address, no keys are present, nothing is present. So that's why it is saying that no values are there. And similarly, if I am doing any type of error while running the code, so it will say that there are some key error. It is saying that there are some key error. It is saying that there is some key error. So we need to be careful. We need to be careful when we are doing this particular thing, that the keys need to be present there. The keys need to be present there, and the things need to be very careful on that particular term. Okay, so if the keys are present, if the keys is present actually, then we can have the values, and if the keys is not present actually, then we are getting either a key error or either none result. In the output section there will be a none value or either a key error value. So this is how to create a value. This is how to create a dictionary and how to access. This is the keys, and with respect to the key there is some values needed. So keys and values concept need to be similar. So again, I am saying, or I am repeating, that the first thing is that print my dictionary name. So first, how to create the dictionary? That is the my dictionary. That is name, address, name, Jack. These two things I have mentioned. So similarly, if I am trying to give some more values there, okay. So if I am trying to give some more values, suppose address, right? Address colon, suppose India. So I have mentioned some values here, right? So now if I am going to get the value, just wait a minute, why it is showing that? Okay, now we can get the output. So if I am going to run this particular cell, then we can see that here the value against the address that we have recently added, here, the keyword that is address, and the respective to that particular key address, the value is India. We are getting here. So whatever the keys we are trying to access, we need to put the values against that particular key, and we need to mention the key also inside the dictionary. Otherwise, no value or no output will be there. So any doubt regarding this, how to create a dictionary or how to access a dictionary, how to print the values of the dictionary? If anyone have some doubt, then they can ask me. Otherwise, means we are going to do the program related to this now. So if anyone have doubt, first let me clear that, and then we are going to do for the program part. So if anyone have anything to ask or say, they can say or ask me. Okay, otherwise we are going for the program related to this dictionary. I think it is a very easy thing actually. Okay, just we need to mention a dictionary and we need to put the values with respect to the keys. First, we need to mention the keys and the values, and then while we are trying to get the output, we need to particularly mention that what particular values or what particular key we want to get as an output section. So if anyone have any type of doubts over this, then they can ask me or tell me.
Sir, what is the difference between line number 27 and 30?
Line number 27 and 30. Okay, just let me show you one thing. Suppose here. Okay, fine. So there is no element is present or no key present, actually some address, right? So now let me run this particular line. Okay, wait a minute. Why it is showing still? Because the values are not there. Just wait a minute. Restarting the kernel. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. There is some problem, I think. My dict. I just want to see if it is given here. My dict. Okay, my dict is working fine. Now I'm going to run this particular. Okay, fine. Now it is working. Okay, look, while I am trying to print the get one and the normal this particular, the thing is same. In the both cases, we are just trying to print, we want to print the address. But while we are using this get function or this get particular keys function, we are getting a result of none. Means get, we are trying to get some keyword of address. We are trying to get the keyword address, keys address, if it is present in our my dictionary, right? But when we are trying to get it, it is actually saying that none, means there is no keyword actually present there in our my dictionary. So this particular get will help us to know that whether the keyword we are actually trying to access, if it is present or not. But in the line 30, just we are trying to print the my dictionary address keyword. So while we are trying to accessing this, it is actually giving that there is a key error address, means address is not present. So first, if you want to sure, if you want to make sure that whether my keywords, whether my keys address is present or not, so we can use this get. We can use this particular mydict.get value. So we can know that whether this it is whether actually it is present or not. If it is present, then we can have the value. Okay. If it is present, we can have the value here. Okay, I think